Hey, September of 2016, an article I wrote for Over the Raod magazine about driver retention. Did the drivers ever react? I had the most comments, texts, voicemails, phone calls for this article, at least for the last 2 years. More reaction. So that's what we're going to discuss next. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button for the Safety Dog. Appreciate it so much. We're talking about drivers' reaction next to driver retention.
Welcome to Safety Dog EDU.
Okay, so what the hell happened? I asked about driver retention, and I had the best reaction to any article I'd written in at least 2 years. More people reached out to me via text, voicemail. I talked to them. I got emails. It was great. Thank you so much for your feedback. I know it is difficult sometimes when you're on the road, but I enjoy it so much. I interact. I returned every phone call, text, voicemail message. I talked to everybody. However they communicated, I reached out. Thank you so much. Ronaldo, what the heck did he say? His complaint was not getting paid. And I don't mean not getting a paycheck. He said, Chris, when I hit the border, it's not my fault that I have to wait there for 2 hours. Why aren't I compensated for that? When I hit a receiver, a shipper, and they don't offload me, when I showed up on time, why don't I get delay time? I'm sitting there for 5 hours. I'm not making any money. No wonder some drivers are encouraged to cheat on their logbooks, he said. He didn't say that he did it, but Ronaldo, I understand. I hear you. All right, Lewis, he sent me a text. Man, we must have had a dozen texts going back and forth once we started the conversation. And basically what he was saying is, I'm a human being. Can't you say thank you? He just wants to be thanked. It was his suggestion. Hey, Tim cards, Canadian Tire cards, a restaurant card. Just say thank you. Pat me on the back. I would really appreciate it. And in one of his texts, he says, I know how I'm perceived as a dumb truck driver. But we're not. And I agree with you 100%. What other profession has to obey the laws in 2 different countries, 49 states, 10 provinces, a couple of, 3 territories? My God, you guys have to be very well educated and smart to be a truck driver. Mark, he complained about drivers' wages. So again, money. But his complaint was, drivers' wages have not kept up with inflation. He said he can't go to the grocery store today and buy the same bag of groceries that he could 30 years ago or 25 years ago. He's lost ground. Totally understand, totally agree with you. I know when I was a driver how much I was making, and I've converted it into 2016 dollars, and you're right. Drivers' wages have not kept up with inflation. And Jim, he called me from Edmonton. I had to call him back. He left me a long voicemail, but I listened to it. And what he was saying is that his company, they've got this point system. For everything that a driver does wrong, they got a point system. What he didn't tell me is if they had a point system for everything that drivers do right. But he said this point system is there only because the management doesn't know how to manage. So I don't know. He felt dehumanized by this it's not arbitrary, but by the point system, he felt dehumanized. All right, interesting comments. Thank you so much for the comments. Recruiters, safety people, listen to these drivers. What did they say? Not getting paid for the work done? A thank you would go a long way. Wages again, about inflation. And lastly, treat them as human beings. Don't dehumanize the truck driver. That's it. Thanks a lot. See you on the next video. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button. Safety Dog, thanks.